the most common question that I get, whether it's people are dealing with depression or an anxiety disorder like OCD or an eating disorder or any kind, whatever it is, when it comes to mental health, and people are always like, I know what I need to do, but this exposure and response prevention is really tough, or this cognitive behavioral therapy is really tough, and I don't, it's hard to get up in the morning and exercise or eat well and cook well, yada yada. Like how do people get motivated to tackle and take care of their mental health? And so I hear this question a lot, so I'm going to give out the secret, and the secret is pixie dust distilled from the farts of unicorns. No! Okay, the truth is, and this is actually kind of a serious topic because it's a big barrier for a lot of people, the truth is that motivation is irrelevant, and the sooner you recognize that motivation needs to be irrelevant to taking care of your mental health, to taking care of your physical health, the better off you're going to be. Actually chasing motivation, especially if you're dealing with an anxiety disorder, chasing motivation is part of your disorder. Right? When people are dealing with anxiety disorders, when people are dealing with poor mental health in general, they love to chase cures and magic pills and the right solution and chasing particular feelings. And so this actually would go across the board. Anyone who's dealing with sort of unhealthy emotional problems, they like to chase specific feelings. Right? When we chase happiness, we actually create unhappiness. When you chase motivation, you actually create a lack of motivation. And searching for the right feeling before you do something just creates a barrier. It doesn't have to be there. Motivation doesn't exist. Like people who take care of their mental health, they don't wait for motivation. If you wait for motivation, you'll be waiting your entire life. Because even if you actually did feel motivated, your brain would say, oh, but are you really motivated? If you spend your energy doing this right now, you might not have energy to do something else later, and really you should save your energy, and your brain will just come up with all these rationalizations and excuses for why you shouldn't do what you want to do. So you have to remove feeling and your brain from the equation and just do what you know is healthy. And at first that's incredibly difficult. If you're not used to doing what's healthy for you and what you know you want to do, it's going to be incredibly difficult. It's going to cause all sorts of anxiety. It's going to be stressful. It's going to be exhausting, and you just have to do it. And the more you do it, the more your brain and your body will recognize, hey, this is something I do, this is normal, and it'll quit feeling so difficult, and it'll quit being so tough. But after years of always waiting for motivation or waiting to feel good about something or waiting to feel happy or waiting to feel right and chasing these feelings that don't exist, they're totally made up or totally made up in your brain, and of course they never come, and so you've actually become worse and worse and worse at doing stuff. And doing stuff that's good for you and healthy for you. Because your body just wants to save energy. And your brain just wants to save energy. It's not going to waste energy. So if you're waiting for motivation, you're waiting for your brain to tell you when you're motivated, it's never going to tell you. If you want your brain to work better for you, you need to make it do things it doesn't want to do. You need to make your body do things it doesn't want to do. Over time, you'll learn, your body will learn, your brain will learn that those things are normal. But at first, you're going to have to push them. So when it comes to getting motivated to tackle your OCD, well, you shouldn't wait for motivation. The motivation is irrelevant. If you wait for motivation, you may as well wait until you meet a unicorn, right? Because they're both going to come at the same time. Never. So just go and be healthy. Don't wait for your brain. Your brain is going to make excuses. Your brain is going to make rationalizations. It's not something it's not something you can afford to wait for. If you waste any more of your life waiting to feel right so that you can be healthy, you're just going to get unhealthier and lose out on all the things you want to do. So just go and do them and let your brain catch up with you.